Hello everyone, and welcome to the show. Today we have a meaningful topic that we would like to discuss and learn from together. There is a quiet truth that many people spend their entire lives trying to understand. A truth so simple, yet so easy to ignore. Your life is not defined by where you begin. It is not decided by your background, your past, or the circumstances you were born into. What truly defines you, what shapes the direction of your life, is every single action you choose, moment by moment, day by day. Some people are born into comfort, yet choose actions that slowly destroy everything they have. Others begin with nothing, yet through discipline, honesty, and intention, build a life filled with meaning and value. So if we look closely, the difference between a good life and a bad life is not luck, it is not fate, it is choice. And not just big, life-changing decisions, but the small ones, the quiet ones, the ones no one else sees. The decision to be honest when lying would be easier. The decision to stay kind when anger feels justified. The decision to take responsibility instead of blaming others. These are the moments that define you. Many people spend their time blaming everything around them. They blame their past. They blame society. They blame other people. And sometimes, those things are real. Sometimes life is unfair. Sometimes people are given advantages that others never have. But even then, even in the middle of unfairness, there is still one thing that remains yours. Your choice. You may not be able to control what happens to you, but you always have control over how you respond. And that response, repeated over time, becomes your character. Your character becomes your habits. Your habits become your life. This is why two people can walk through the same storm and come out completely different. One becomes bitter, angry, destructive. The other becomes wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. The storm is the same. The difference is the choice. Sometimes, the line between good and bad is not as obvious as we want it to be. It doesn't always appear as something extreme. It shows up in small compromises, in justifications, in moments where we tell ourselves, it's not that bad. And slowly, without realizing it, those small choices begin to shape who we are becoming. No one wakes up one day and suddenly becomes a bad person. It happens gradually, through repeated actions, through decisions that are made again and again, until they become normal. But the same is true for becoming a good person. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require a perfect past. It only requires awareness and the willingness to choose differently, to pause, to reflect, to ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming through the things I do every day? Because in the end, your life is not a result of chance. It is a result of patterns. Patterns built from choices. And those choices are always within your reach. No matter where you are right now, no matter what you've done before, the next decision you make still matters. You can choose to build, or you can choose to destroy. You can choose to create value, or you can choose to take it away. You can choose to become someone you respect, or someone you struggle to recognize. And the most powerful part of all of this is, you don't need to wait for a new life to begin. You only need to choose differently, starting now. Because good and bad are not labels you are born with. They are directions you walk toward, one decision at a time. Thank you for watching, listening, and sharing your thoughts with us. If you have any questions or suggestions for future content, or if there's something you would like to learn, feel free to leave a comment below. We read every single comment and are always ready to improve and refine our content to stay relevant and meaningful. You are now listening to
สถานีหยุดพักคลายเหนื่อย
See you again on the next journey.